I do have a few words that I'd like to share. In fact, I spent some time putting all this together, so if you'll allow me to. Andy Rooney, who is now deceased, used to be on 60 Minutes, and he made a statement one time. He said, do you know how growing old is like a roll of toilet tissue? The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. So it went pretty fast. My life really has been charmed from birth. I was a little country boy from Burke County. Grateful for my family. As Jerry indicated, my mom and dad and sister modeled what is the Christian life, and they lived it. And never was a choice about going to church at our home, was there, Loretta? If church was going on, we were there. So I'm grateful for them, both deceased, and this Baptist Building family walked with me through those days when my mother and father passed away, and I'll never forget Janice Haywood walking down the hall at Caswell. I knew exactly what she was going to tell me when she came to tell me that my mom had passed away. The love and support that we've had. Certainly my wife of 47 years, 4 months and 2 days. I'm grateful for her strong support through the years. And in many ways, this year has been really the most difficult I've ever lived, with all the pain with arthritis in the hip. I really wanted to get to the end of the year, John. You and I talked about that. Thought I could do it, but found out I really wasn't that good. So I had to have surgery and take care of that. It's been a pleasure to serve North Carolina Baptist. Traveled all over this state, a lot of miles, and God has been with me through all those travels. The only accidents was my wife backing into our convention car.
Forget the travel, Johnny.
That's pretty good.
Just a little scrape, just a little scrape.
Talmadge Williams, Robert Stewart. I've got to talk about Robert Stewart. Robert, my best friend, called at 2 o'clock. Weak voice. You know Robert, he's always up, enthusiastic, and he's going through a very difficult time now with cancer. So I want you to remember Robert. He said, Johnny, I wish I could be there, but I just don't have the strength to come. So I'm sad not because he can't be here, but because of what he's going through now. So I hope you'll remember Robert. In fact, that family's gone through a very difficult time. His son-in-law, Brad Hurley, has gone through a couple of tough years. So remember Robert Stewart. He's responsible for my coming here to work in September of '79. And as I indicated, Cecil Ray, Roy Smith, Jim Royston, Milton Hollifield, all with great characteristics. Enjoyed working with every one of them. Talmadge Williams really is the reason why I made a change back in 1999. I thought I was set for the rest of my days, Sunday school work, and Talmadge passed me in the hall one day, and he said, I'm retiring at the end of the year. Have you ever thought about moving over into this area? And I laughed, and I said, I'm an educator. I'm in Sunday school work. That's where I'm supposed to be. But Talmadge responded with these words: are you indicating there's no education needed in this area of work? And I don't know if he remembered saying that or not to me, but I'm going to tell you, I didn't sleep very much that night, because I started thinking about all the ministers I'd known during my years here at the convention who were in deep trouble because they had not planned well for retirement. So over the next several months, Robert Stewart, my best friend, and I prayed about that. And Robert was very supportive and just felt the conviction that I needed to make a change. And did that, and have no regrets. Enjoyed every day I worked here in Sunday school. Loved the people with whom I worked. We had a great time together, didn't we? But I'm going to tell you, the business services group just wrapped their arms around me. Ed Wiggs was the executive leader at that time. Then Glenn Harder followed Ed, and then a dear friend John, whom I'd known for a long time, came into that position in the business services group. Amy Strickland and I worked together. We were new and didn't know very much, but we sure learned together. And then Miss Betty came along. Wow, what a gift from God. And what a blessed final years of my service here at the State Convention. And for that, I'm deeply grateful. And for the Baptist Building family, I won't miss traveling all over the state, but I sure will miss the relationships, not only that I've developed with co-workers and friends here, but also those relationships I've developed across this state. And that's been great. So I'm just grateful to God that I've been able to serve Him in this capacity, and look forward to whatever He has in store for me in the coming days. And I'm sure He's got lots in store for me. And I look forward to that challenge, and that hopefully I'll be responsive and responsible in following His leadership. Well, and my wife has reminded me of my dear friend Pamela Bills. Pamela, stand up, dear. We haven't worked a lot. Stand up! We haven't worked very much together because I've been out. But she came in and worked with Betty. And I want to tell you, this office is in great hands with Pamela Bills and Davis Blunt. And it's been a joy for me to work some of the days since surgery with these two people, and for all of you who are here, they will serve you well in the coming days. So thank you very much for the opportunity to work with you, and for all that God has in store for all of us. Amen? Amen. Amen. And that's the least my hip has hurt all day.
It was the singing, Johnny. I know that.
Sure wasn't that basketball.
I learned, that's probably what it was. I learned something new today. We learned when you went through the change, and that it was Talmadge that precipitated that. That's something I did not know before. I'm going to ask Milton Hollifield, who's our Executive Director Treasurer, to come. Come on, Milton. And say a couple of closing words. Close us with a prayer, asking for God's blessing on Johnny and Rhea in this next chapter.